Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chargers Live and SportsNetUSA.net. It's the opening round of the 3C2A basketball playoffs, the men's side, as your Chargers are 21-9, 11-6 as they finish the OEC. They host the Cerro Coso Coyotes, who come in from the Inland Empire Athletic Conference, 19-9, 13-3, and a third-place finish like the Chargers of Cypress. Corey Nayland, Mark Pavlovich, happy to be at Don Johnson Court. It's going to be an exciting matchup tonight.
Yeah, Saracosa is just a little beat up for today's game, and so they're going to be very limited. But, Corey, I'm not going to look at that as a negative. I'm going to look at their core players when you look at them with Gordon, Morris, Leggett, Trevino, double figures there. So he's got 6 players. He's going to bring them to the court tonight and play against them. On the flip side with Cypress, I'm going to say they're where they are today because of the defense. Number 5 in the state. We always talk about Perry Webster and his defense, and that's why they win things. Coach Al Haddip has really convinced these guys, you want to be champions, you got to stop the ball from going through the hole, and they've done it this year. Some very excellent players that made the OEC. I might disagree with a couple of them, but you say they're all worthy.
They're all worthy. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Jeff Roberson, the official, will throw the ball up at midcourt. Michael Wright will jump with Zahari Trevino. Excuse me, that's Trent Gordon, and Coyotes ball. We'll get to the starting lineup. With the ball is John Leggett, who was all conference, as Mark mentioned. Zahari Trevino back to Leggett. They're in their black with the blue, light blue trim. Here's Trevino. Cut off on the baseline. Back to Leggett, pulls up. He can hit that off the front rim. Rebound by James Christian III, who had a career, not a career, but a season high 27 against Santa Ana on Saturday, where we watched that. Higgy Katoa, all second team. Michael Wright, first team selection. Cypress in the white with the blue trim and numbers. Peyton Guerrero off the curl screen to Isaiah Valenzuela. Back to Wright for 3. No good. Rebound chased down. Fought for and controlled by Leggett. Those are the 5 on the floor for Cypress. And they've really played well the second half of the conference season once they got smaller and a little bit quicker, averaging 72 points a game. Working down low against Katoa is Trent Gordon, and that's what he does, Mark. He's an excellent down low performer. That first 2, Valenzuela, quick 3, no good. Rebound goes to Flowers. Gavin Flowers gets the start. So Gordon down low, Mark, he shoots 65% from the field. So you know he's not shooting many threes, does most of his work down low. Jason Morris, who's also all-conference. And there's a push-up by Trevino in the middle of the key, no good.
Yeah, and one of the things we've seen Cypress do, not only have they picked up their defense, but, Corey, they're trying to limit their opponents to that one shot.
And the friendly shooter's touch for Higgy Katoa. Second in conference in assists with 4.1. Just started here at Don Johnson Court, 17:50 to play in the first half. Morris working on Christian III, cross court to Trevino. Splashes home a triple.
Trevino can throw it up from the outside and get it down there too, Corey. So, I mean, you have select players who can hit those threes for both these teams.
Katoa again, quick with the left hand, misses. You have to convert, but there's Michael Wright with the rebound. He can't finish. Ball is knocked out of play. Last touched by a Coyote.
One of the things we hear from all coaches, be it on the men's side or the women's side, too many of these players miss these easy little rebound and then putbacks, and have told me that in the playoffs, if you can't make them during the playoffs, you're going to end up going home.
Truer statement, never been told. Wright working down low, got the right block against Gordon. Hook shot is good from 5. And ties the score at 5-5, 17-15. First half of play. So Leggett working up top. High screen by Gordon. There's a foul. Michael Wright. against Trevino. First personal, first team foul. Head coach for Cypress is Andrew Alhadif. Another 20-win season. And Gary Dugan patrolling the sidelines. Or excuse me, Chris Dugan patrolling the sidelines for Cerro Coso. On the ground is Morris. Free throw jumper by Flowers, no good. Wright has his third carom of the day.
And I've got a question to ask you when we get a second here, because I was surprised when the coach told me something from baseball, told me something about basketball.
Wright working left block now. He's got the advantage. Working against Flowers and kept his pivot foot and gives Cypress their first lead. Or excuse me, their second lead at 7-5. Cerro Coso got to the state 8 last year. Down low, triple team, stolen. And that's what they're going to have to do against Trent Gordon. As we said, shoots 65%. He and Jason Morris lead the team in scoring with 16.5 a ball game. Katoa to Guerrero, looks good from straight away. Count the bucket as you see the replay. As Katoa did a nice job of penetrating. It was just a nice little screen as you see Guerrero with the step out and knocks it home. Back on this side. Gordon against Wright. Stolen one more time for Valenzuela. Here's James Christian III, one-on-one against Leggett. He finishes with the lay. Timeout on the floor by Cerro Coso, and it is Cypress 12, Cerro Coso 5 on Chargers Live and SportsNetUSA.net.
Okay, I've got a question for you, because the baseball coaches walk up to me and we're talking and they said, yeah, the team's here tonight, which they're across the way from us. We're celebrating because this is the first playoff at home for Cypress in the last 25 years. I don't know why I thought we had done a men's home game in basketball.
I thought we have on the playoffs, but
okay.
You know, he's probably right. We've done women in the playoffs, but I don't think we've done a men's playoff game.
Okay, that's why I wanted to ask you, because I thought we had done a men's game, and when he said that, I didn't say, no, you're wrong. I thought, I'm going to ask Corey.
I'm going through my mental Rolodex. I'm not sure we have.
Okay.
We'll check it on the halftime, out of the timeout. 12-5, Cypress, 15-17 to play first half. Cypress working in the 2-3 zone. Jason Morris raises over Guerrero for a nice little 7-foot jump shot from the baseline.
He liked what he did. He gave a little shoulder, dropped the shoulder, gets the defender off of him. That opens up a foot and allows him to take the shot.
Christian III, like we said, 27 against Santa Ana on Saturday. Guerrero misses the 3. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals, and 4 assists and 3 steals on Saturday. Here's Trevino, Morris, working against Guerrero, one-on-one. Flies in the lane, he's fouled on the hand by Valenzuela. Head to the line for 2.
And, of course, this is where my bugaboo starts coming in. If you're going to win your playoff games, I know Corey's going to say, hey, 70%, because free throws, Cypress as a team doesn't shoot badly. You're going to have to win it at the line. Huh?
15th in the state.
Yeah. I think they're, what, at 72%?
73. And here's the thing about Cerro Coso. They only shoot 65%.
Yeah.
They're going to need every free throw, especially when you have 6 players on the floor as Trevino checks out for Jemai Hager. Morris makes the second. So with 6 players, you make those free throws, you get that rest. They average 72 points a ball game, same as Cypress. Right, working, left block in the lane. Baby hook. 14-8. So good crowd at Don Johnson Court. Like you said, the baseball team right across from us is at the softball team as well, next to the baseball team. Here's Gordon against Wright. Double team by Vincent Albertini, who checks in for the first time. Leggett for three. And that's one thing. Another thing he can do well is shoot the rock. And it was a good kick out. You see it in the corner. He floated to his spot for three. Albertini down low. He's got the advantage into the body. No good. His rebound taken away by Flowers. 14-11, Cypress with the lead. 13:30 to play in the first half. For the Coyotes, their fourth straight playoff appearance. Leggett working into the middle, almost stolen and is. Steal number 3 for Cypress early on.
And that's one thing Saracosa can't afford to do, is to allow, like you said, with being limited on player scoring, they have to take advantage every time they go down the court.
Guerrero on the curl, right. Step back on the cross, left it short. Morris and Leggett in the back court, walking up. And it's a team, if you've watched them play Saracosa, they can play many styles. They're in a fast-paced conference. Cross-court pass, Jason Morris trying to tie. No good. Rebound, fought for, controlled. Christian III, one-on-one against Haggard. You know, Mark, he crossed that transatlantic and went Euro on him. Giving him a 5-point lead at 16-11. Morris. Cypress changing up their defense. They started in a 2-3, switched to a man-to-man now. 15-foot jumper by Leggett is off. Katoa, Albertini, Guerrero, Wright, and Christian III on the floor in white for your Chargers. Katoa. We'll talk about him as well. Michael Wright. No good. Here's Guerrero kicking out. Christians can't save it. And that's one of the things we talked about earlier in the season as Jack Rivera checks in and Danny Patton for Christian III and Wright. About when you get that rebound in the key, go back up and finish. And you were talking about that earlier instead of trying to kick out for a three.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you need to take the acceptable shot.
So Trevino. So Saracosa, Mark, out of Ridgecrest, California. And I am directionally challenged when I looked up Ridgecrest in Kern County and on all of that. And you look at their roster and you chart, as there's a, okay, so they were trying to figure out where you're going to inbound the ball. And it should have just been continuation, but no matter.
Yeah, start all over.
Trevino, Flowers, that's Gordon that sets the screen up top. Down low as Gordon peels with the left, no good, but he's undercut. And they get Jack Rivera on the undercut. Good slip screen by Gordon. Two-man game with Trevino.
Kern County's a great place. I don't know, your wife loved to go out in nature and camp out. We did that many times up in Kern County. Corey would say, and where was the clearest nearest hotel? Well, there wasn't.
Y'all could have camped out and
nothing like getting in the Kern River when it's ice cold, take a bath.
Nah, I'm good. Trent Gordon, 6'6" sophomore from Aurora, Illinois, Duluth High School product. Makes the free throw. He's, like, as you say, both-handed. When he's down low, he can finish with the right and the left. 16.5 points, 65% from the field, 8 boards a game. Cuts the Cypress lead to 3 with 11:21 to play first half. Rivera and Albertini, too solid off the bench. Patton, who provides that energy on the roll. Good recovery by Trevino. Working down in the key. Kick out. Albertini for three. 19-13. Vincent, the industrial technology major, likes photography and car restoration. Trevino, Hager. High screen set by Flowers. Up top for Trevino. Gets a step. There's a push from behind, little reach in by Albertini. Actually, they get Danny Patton with the hold, so not Albertini. His first personal. Fourth team foul.
Foul was on the floor before the shot.
Flowers to inbound. Down low and a hold by Rivera. Gordon had good position. He sealed up high, and all he has to do is turn on the inbound. It was there. Fifth team foul. Second on Jack. Christian the third in along with Wright. Out is, like we said, Rivera and Katoa. Now we get a timeout from Cypress. With 10:35 to play in the first half, it's Cypress 19, Cerro Coso 13. This is Chargers Live in SportsNetUSA.net.
Well, Corey, you look at the seedings in the OEC where teams are at right now. Of course, Perry Webster gets what everybody expects Fullerton to get. They had an excellent season again this year. Perry Webster was happy but not thrilled when he looked at the way things ended up. He loved being number one in the South.
And that could have gone either way. The RPI and the winning percentage index went a long way for them to be number one because Citrus was who was behind them at every step of the way, finished with a better record, but they get the number 2 seed.
And once again, when you look at RPI, if your conference is better, you get a lot of love playing each other no matter what the outcome is.
Saddleback almost stolen out of bounds, but last touch by Flowers. Albertini with the pressure.
And I like your answer. Saddleback.
They played tough, but again, Oxnard, who was 14-9, they were only 6-6 in conference. They don't get the last spot basically because of RPI. There's Christian the third. Quick first step, can't finish. Almost a travel by Trevino. And Oxnard doesn't get in. 14-9, not enough games played, we're going to assume. And that favored Saddleback, who played, in the toughest conference in the state, the OEC.
It's interesting, Corey. I'm sure there's many people up north that might argue with you that
they could.
They probably would, because I think Northern California, many times when it comes to basketball, men or women, don't think they get the love that they should get. And if they listen to you enough, they definitely know they don't get the love they should get.
Don't throw me on the bus like that. You know that's not true.
Just listen to softball this coming Monday. Tuesday, excuse me.
Yeah, you might not. You're not going to be there on Tuesday.
I'm not going to be there. No, I'm going to be watching, though.
I'm going to run over you and run back over you, back up, hit you from the side as Christian the third is checking in.
Ed Ford will be on my side. Watch it.
So Katoa, Albertini, Christian the third, Guerrero, and Wright. 19-13 under 10. Halfway gone in the first half. On the curl, good D by the Coyotes. Because they switch everything. Right, got the step. Great defense, jump ball caused by Gavin Flowers. Possession arrow stays with Cypress.
Beautiful defense, knowing that a player is going to take it all the way and try and go up, making sure you get your hand on top of the ball for that jump ball. Of course, alternating arrow, something that my partner cannot stand in the game of basketball. I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
That's one of your biggest bugaboos.
That one is true. The other one was not. So there was blood on the jersey, blood on the person of Michael Wright, so they're taking a moment before the inbound.
Oh, so they're going to come up and get the blood off of you two while you're up here?
Coach Chris Dugan is like, what? Can we speed this up? As Isaiah Valenzuela comes in for Michael Wright. Valenzuela is the sharpshooter, and Albertini also had blood, so he came out as well. So with 9:43 to play, 5 team fouls for Cypress, no team fouls for Cerro Coso. Guerrero, first team all conference, 13 a game, gets a step, spin move, off the glass. You always say the glass is your friend. 9:30 to play, 7-point lead. 8-point lead, 21-13. Flowers, not a threat to shoot from the outside. More of a screen and roll, leg it on the corner. Elbow, kick out, deep three, rims out. Christian the third, James has it. Delayed break, good transition by the Coyotes. They want that set, clears out for Katoa. One-on-one. Leggett, sound defensively. Katoa kick out, Patton the third, thought he traveled, did not. With 5. Guerrero fall away from 16. Oh, finesse. Snake charmer. As he comes across mark, you see him at the elbow. Knows he has to put it up quickly. Little fall away. Another shooter's bounce. He's got 7.
Yeah, finesse and a shooter's bounce, exactly. But, sometimes you can play the best of defense and still the outcome will be different.
Morris raises from 17. No, follows his own shot. He touches it last, and it's out of play. And a full timeout taken by Cerro Coso with 8:09 to play first half. 23-13. Cypress with a 10-point lead.
A lot of people at Cerro Coso right now would be saying our sharpshooters just aren't doing much. Let's give credit to the Cypress defense. Corey, they have been there. They're limiting them to the one shots as other games now are going on here in the 3C 2A.
Santa Ana up over Allen Hancock, 47-39 on the men's side. Southwestern, 9-point lead over Santa Monica. Saddlebacks and Cerritos. Cerritos 21-16 lead in the first half. Cuesta is down big to Pasadena, 32-9. And Chaffee is all over Irvine Valley, 39-19. Chaffee, they won the IEAC. They average 102 points per game. Their second place finisher was San Bernardino Valley. They have a 17-9 lead over Palomar. Miracosta and Compton, 21-18. Miracosta Spartans. And up north, 17-17, Fresno City and Butte. The Sumnus River, 27-17 over Mendocino. And that's, the first look with the out-of-town scoreboard, if you like.
Ed, we know you're watching this, so when the pigeons fly into your house from the flight up north, just grab them, take the little tag off, and just let us know what the score may be.
And on the women's side, we might want to say, let's hope this holds true. With 2:46 to play in the fourth quarter, East LA 57, Victor Valley 52. And if East LA wins, it'll be a Sportsnet USA Invitational in the 3C 2A playoffs, as they'll play Cypress, and we'll be here on March 1st. So out of the timeout, under 8 minutes to play, Katoa and Wright, Albertini form the triangle up top. Guerrero in the baseline. James Christian with 8. Need a quick shot, Katoa. Second team all conference, spins in the lane, got to put it up. Back door, Albertini, no good. Oh, they count the bucket.
Yeah, I thought he got it off before the buzzer.
I did not. 25-13, 12-point lead for the Chargers.
Yeah, I thought his motion was an upward motion and the ball had left his hand, and that's why they counted it.
We're up here, officials, and you got the keen eyesight. Morris in the lane, he traveled. Chris Dugan doesn't like that call, but he did move that pivot foot as he tried to burrow through.
Yeah, he sort of shuffled like me, an old man coming up the stairs.
So with 6 players, a 5 on the floor for the Coyotes, Trevino and Leggett up top of the 2-3 zone. Morris, Gordon, and Flowers on the baseline. 12-point lead, looking to add. Guerrero, confident 3, misses. Flowers with his 3rd rebound.
Nice rebound by Flowers, who goes straight up, doesn't go over the offensive player, so no foul can get called on him.
Morris turns the corner, and nice raise. Almost a steal by Leggett, excuse me. And a steal. Stolen back, and stolen back. Like a game of soccer, and raising and flushing. Is Jason Morris to cut the 12-point lead to 8 with 6:15 to play first half.
Yeah, and realize even though they're short-handed, don't give this opponent an opportunity to stay with you, Cypress, because they've got a ruthless coach that knows how to win in all the years he's been there.
Katoa, Christian, count the bucket, and he's fouled. He gets 3, +1, and the replay shows it. The closeout by Flowers, too late, and a little bump. 28-17, trying to get that back.
And Corey, this is always the downfall of a defender, that when they lose their offensive player and then realize they're in the wing, down in the corner, they're going to take that 3-point. They run at them instead of walking up. Yeah, you want to get your hands up, but as soon as you get the momentum going, you're going to jump into that individual.
And Christian, the 3rd, completes the 4-point play, giving him the game, or a Cypress high, with 8 points. 5:52 to play in the first half. Morris to Flowers. Morris averages 16. You see he's offensively proficient. He likes the right side of the floor. He gets a step. Kick out to Trevino, double team. Now that's a closeout, but down low to Flowers. Ball up top, jump it up. Coyotes ball. Michael Wright, you say you like defense, right?
I do. And this is where they have really improved. I'm gonna really say this is a big turnaround they had from the beginning of the season. Now you're going to disagree with me, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to disagree, because that's the one thing that they had, and with the shot clock off, or goes off, Morris misses it, because that's the one thing that they've been consistently good at all season long is defense. That's the one thing that never wavered. And that's Coach Drew.
I will have to ask him.
Albertini spin, no. Leggett, Morris, Leggett. Back and see, that's that defense. 2-3 matching, and now they switch to a man-to-man. Actually, they changed right up front instead of the baseline. Quick shot with 10, no good. Rebound Flowers. Strong board by Gavin, resets. 29-17, 4:38 to play. 10 to shoot. Leggett, that's his range, misses badly. Albertini with board number 3. So they slow it down a tad. They want to get a good bucket. 12 points is their biggest lead, Mark. They average 72.5 a game, and they shoot 43% from the field. 2 seconds. Guerrero pull up from the sweet spot. No good, but he's hit underneath on his foot on the flyby. Foul is on Trevino, and it will send the best free throw shooter on the team to the line. Peyton out of Ocean View High School was a league MVP, majoring in business. And I believe that's only the 2nd team foul for the Coyotes.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
82% from the line. And we don't give it to Valenzuela because, well, Peyton has shot a lot more free throws, and Isaiah with 86%. That could be like 8 out of 10, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to have at least, to me, at least in the late 20s.
Oh, I'm gonna say at least 50.
See, I was being a little nicer than you, Ken.
31-17. Biggest lead of the ball game for the Chargers. Making the crowd who came here happy. Morris was first team all-conference, and a deep three by Jemai Haggard. Big shot by Jemai. Cerro Coso needed that. They've been stagnant on offense for quite a bit. 3:34 to play. Cypress moving. Peyton's kind of feeling it. So is James Christian III. More awesomely, offensively aggressive the second half of the conference as well. Wright bulls his way in. The bank is open. And Michael says, show your right.
Corey, just like the women, the team decided a long time ago we'll play in, out, we'll go down low. They didn't. This is a team that I think has versatile shots through all the players for this Cypress team.
And underneath gets bumped. Morris draws contact on Wright or Katoa. Take your pick. They get Michael Wright, his second personal, 6th team foul.
Yeah, and when I say that about the players having more variety, we saw it with the women's team earlier in the year. Got very much in love with the three-point shot. We saw panic shots from this men's team early in the year, hoisting it up from who knows where. And now they played the type of offense that I always expect Coach Al Haddif to teach. There's variety from everybody out there.
Morris out of Pompano Beach, Florida, Deerfield Beach High School. His high game this season, 29 points. And he scored in double figures 24 of their 28 games. That was both, right?
Yeah.
33-22. Somebody's paying attention up here. 2:40 to play. Free throw should have been good. Too easy. Taken away. And that's not going to be on Albertini. That should be on Guerrero if they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, they did.
Oh. They called Danny Patton with the foul. I guess they call a hold?
Yeah.
Okay. 17 foul, so bonus 1 and 1. Make one to get one. Think they should bring that in the NBA?
I do. I'd love to see that.
Make them earn them money. And he earns another. And that's Jemai. Mr. Hager, his high point total this season was 20, 5'11", redshirt freshman from Miami. Went to Somerset High School. (33-24).
I think they must have heard Corey Nalen when he said you can't be missing free throws. You want to stay with this Cypress team. They've been pretty perfect since that statement.
Yeah, they missed the first one and been perfect since. Katoa, kick out, Christian. No, Danny Patton, kick out. And they recalibrate the offense. Katoa says, nah, we ain't. Quick shot, Albertini, third time's a charm, we'll see. Patton, lefty. 36-24, leads back up to 12. But what hurts Cerro Coso is they're missing one of their big guys, Anthony Edward, who was an all-conference performer, 6'7". One of the team, it was the team leader in rebounds, was the inside presence all season long. They're missing him. But there's Gavin Flowers trying to pick up the pace and pick up the slack. And he does with 2. Nice find by Trent Gordon.
And defensively, when somebody gets away, give them the 2. I know Corey's always stated this. Unless you can really stop them, don't do the grab, the push, the shuffle to get underneath them. Let them have their 2, be on their way, and see what's going on.
And now they're 7 of 9 from the charity stripe. 36-26. 80 seconds remaining in the first half. Guerrero, his 3rd 3. No. Rebound. Coming away is Trevino. Against Christian. Offensive. Oh, they call a block. One official has a block. The other official down low had a player control.
Yeah, but I think, Corey, it was initially where the contact took place because you have the circle down there. I know you're going to say different, but they will often refer to where the contact takes place. And even though it looks like an obvious charge.
He was outside the circle.
You sure?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Should have shown that an instant replay.
You know, I should have. I'm slow.
Yeah.
I need help.
I was going to say that could have justified your statement.
Take my word for it.
I will. Okay. I always do.
Officials for tonight's ball game: Jeff Roberson, Cesar Diaz, and Adam Castillo. Keeping the pace well. The pace of play of these 3 officials, we like it.
Yeah, it's been an excellent first half. And it's been a good basketball game. I mean, I know it's 9 points now, but it is a good basketball game.
1:09 to play in the first half. 19 fouls for Cypress, only 2 for Cerro. But that's not something that's, an advantage. I'm going to have to rephrase that. Patton working down low, hit that last 3. He got away with a walk, and he's fouled down low by Morris. I was going to say that's a 3rd team foul. It's not that the officials have been missing fouls on Cerro. They just haven't been committing any.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you watch where they line up defensively, even on that one too, Corey, you get the initial first bump, then the second bump. It's one of those, I was going to side with you at first when you said an offensive foul.
All right, 37-28. 9-point lead, 50 seconds to play. Patton started a lot of the season, makes both free throws, back to 10. 6 points, 4.5 boards. Patton is a mortuary science major from St. Paul. Haggard thought about the 3. Trent Gordon has been quiet after his first couple buckets. The air ball, last touch, off of Flowers, then back off of Albertini, who was standing out of bounds.
A little pinball.
.4, 9 to shoot on the shot clock. And here's the thing. Could that have been a change of possession?
I was going to ask you that. Thank you for bringing that up, because I thought, wait a minute.
Morris pushes off. Offensive foul as Morris got that. It's not a chicken wing. That's a turkey wing right there because they brought it out a little bigger. 38-28. Yeah, it looked like it could have been a change of possession because he had control going out of bounds.
Exactly.
By the way, advantage Cypress. They've got the 10-point advantage. The shot clock is off, and let's see if they hold for the last shot. Coach Chris Dugan politicking. Katoa hasn't scored, but he's run the offense well. With one, raises. That was, as the Czech people would say, oshklivy. Or they would say it a lot better. But that was ugly.
There you go.
And that'll end the half. 38-28, Cypress with the lead. Cypress playing well. This is Chargers Live and SportsNetUSA.net. Don't forget, we also have other stuff on SportsNetUSA.net. Speaking of other stuff, Friday, what you doing?
I'm going to be doing a little NAIA as Grace University softball is coming up here this Friday. Doubleheader with Ed Ford and Albert Robles on Friday. Then on Saturday, Corey Nealon gets to come back home to his more comfortable spot up here in the Bird's Nest. And we get to watch women's basketball here. And the OEC Coach of the Year for Cypress College. I'll tell you what, I think she wholeheartedly deserved to win that award. I was so happy for her, Corey, because I think she's one of the better coaches out there.
Yeah, you got your headphones in the bag? We got extra?
Go and look. I'll see.
No, I was going to say, if we catch her attention, we gonna call
Oh,
her.
Coach B, she could have mine.
No. If you want, and also on March 1st, East LA.
Yep.
The men play their second round matchup. Whoever comes out of the other game, that's his second round at 7. Albert Robles will be calling that, as you mentioned. And let's go back to the scoreboard real quick, Mark.
Okay.
Because we will see who Cypress will be playing on Saturday. They will be playing East LA Huskies as they beat Victor Valley
By 2.
61-59. So that game will be at 6, and we'll be here calling the action.
Yeah, we will. Here on SportsNetUSA.net, Chargers Live. And then Corey Nealon is going to give us one of those beautiful days next week. Hopefully the weather stays nice with Ed Ford and Albert Robles. And they're going to be doing a little Cypress softball here on SportsNetUSA.net. Of course, Ed Ford and I and Albert Robles, we were out there with the San Diego Mesa doubleheader. Brad Pickler's team came away with 2. Started a little slow in the first game. Found a way to win that. And then in the second game, more traditional way, Cypress. Brad, I want to thank you for the 3 consecutive squeeze plays. You know Mr. Pavlovich's favorite flavor of ice cream. Let's drop that bunt down when it can happen. And they scored twice on those in the doubleheader. Third one, they had an opportunity. Corey Nealon was saying, hey, let's talk about all OEC. This was a list that Corey Nealon had. This is the list that you had, right? Michael Wright of Cypress, Peyton Guerrero of Cypress, Higgy Katoa of Cypress, Mac West over at SAC, Covante Ellis from SAC, Jackson Brennan from SAC, and Kamari Washington from SAC. And, of course, then you look at Fullerton College, Ada Gabai, Justin Davis, Shakari Miles. I'll let you talk more about this because Corey got on the phone with me and said, man, I am so upset. And I said, why? And he goes, they posted the OEC. And I went, yeah. And you said, but these are the guys that I picked. What'd they do, call you at home and ask?
No, what happened is I don't know who they picked in the OEC. I'm still waiting for it. All I know is there are 4 players.
No, it was posted.
Not when I kept checking. Where was it? Because it wasn't posted on the
If you went.
It wasn't on the coach's website.
Yes, it
as well?
was.
When was it though?
It was 2 nights ago.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you have to click on it and it comes up.
Yeah, they don't make it easy.
Yeah. So in your case.
Yeah, I needed help. They didn't make it easy.
Yes, they did.
They didn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it.
Because the thing that made me, and the thing that was sad, Corey, they didn't give you all of them. So they had a list of all of them. They gave you like 5 out of all of them. Because I was clicking on other teams and I'm going, why can't I get this?
Well, anyway, this is the definitive one.
Yeah,
some
so
people
go
went
ahead
out
and
my-
continue.
And see, the thing is, and we'll start with Cypress.
Okay.
On mine, we had Michael Wright, Peyton Guerrero, and Hiki Katoa as all conference. I had Michael Wright and Peyton Guerrero first teamers. And then I had Higgy second team. And there was some conversation about Higgy. And the first half of the conference season wasn't playing the best.
No, he wasn't.
And
I'm still surprised you've got him on your list.
because the second half of the season, he's been playing lights out. He's been passing the ball, taking opportune shots, not forcing any shots like that last one here in the first half. He's been playing excellent point. From Santa Ana. I couldn't decide on their 4 players. So 2 on the first team, 2 on the second. Mac West, Jackson Brennan first. Kamari Washington, Calvante Ellis, second team. Be nice. I wanted to have everybody on the team. And you know what? That's right. They did post this.
Yeah.
Because I remember I wanted everybody, all the teams represented. And for Fullerton, I don't know how you put Darvell Wyatt on the all-conference team. I know he's an excellent player, but again, 5 players from the first place team. Yeah, you can feel that.
Yeah, I think you get there because you won the conference.
Yeah.
I think you get love for that.
But no. Joe Grahovic, player of the year, agree with that.
Yeah, agree with that.
Jakari Miles, Addy Bai, second team, yes. Justin Davis, defensive player of the year, yes. Agree with those. Needed to put somebody from OCC on the team. That's Ronnie Davis because he scored a lot. They didn't have a good season, but again, they scored a lot. And for Santiago, I put 3 players because I couldn't decide on the 4th on the first team. Because I had E.J. Bryson, Tony Colley, and Colin Weems all on the first team, all conference. Because I couldn't decide who to put on the second, who to take off. Matt Mowers and Alan Moser for Irvine Valley. Mowers first team. Moser and Josiah Reed, second team. And then for Riverside, Andre Skellen, first team, led the conference in rebounding, Christian Warren. And from Saddleback, TJ Tittlefitz and David Mitchell. Okay, you put them on the second team as well because we want everybody represented from the OEC. And for Cerro Coso, like we mentioned, they had 2 on the first team and 2 on the second team. That was Gordon and Morris, first team, Edward and Leggett on the second. Tell her to come up here.
So Corey was trying to get Coach B to come on up here. He brought headsets out and said, Coach B, you need to come up get on the air so we can give you more love. And this is the thing. Corey talks about Coach B as being Coach of the Year. And I'm going to give a little love to the men's coach and the men's staff here at Cypress College because, Corey, it's been a while since we've had we found out maybe 25 years since the men have hosted. Coach Al Haddaf has had an excellent season, too. I know Perry Webster won it. I know Perry Webster's outstanding. I know he does a great job. Call me a homer. My Coach of the Year for the men, well, I was going to give a double dip to Cypress this year. I was going to give it to Coach Al Haddaf for the men and Coach B for the women. I thought I'm double dipping because I thought both coaches, you and I saw at the beginning of the season, there was times where you'd look at me and go, I'm not quite sure.
It would have been the most opportune season to have not the first place coach win the Coach of the Year.
That's what I thought.
And you know how much I love Perry and his coaching, and we love Andrew Al Haddaf. And it might be a little biased, but not this year.
No, I thought he did a fantastic job.
So co-coaches of the year for me would have been Coach Al Haddaf and Coach Todd Dixon from Santiago Canyon.
Yeah.
I would have had co-coaches of the year simply because both coaches and both teams bounced back from last year. Santiago Canyon made the playoffs, but they weren't the same team. This year they bounced back and played well. So, yeah, I would have had at least co-coach of the year. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, well, and my feeling on it is if you watch the men at the beginning of the season and you watch the women at the beginning of the season, watching a few games, Corey Nealon thought, Mark, I expect more, but it didn't happen. Or at least he didn't think it was going to happen.
We've got many. So we go one at a time? Okay.
Look at people are turning around and going, wait a minute, what do you mean I'm coming on the air?
Oh, yeah.
So, first of all, I'm going to say it. Congratulations on being Coach of the Year. It was well-deserved for what you did with your team this year. I thought it was an outstanding year of coaching on your part, especially when we talked to you many times about the team, and you took a team that, at the beginning, looked rambunctious but couldn't make a basket, and it looked like, oh, it's going to be a long season, and then you and the rest of your coaching staff, I want to give credit to all of them, turned this team around and made them one of the most competitive teams here in the OEC. So congratulations.
No, thank you so much. It's definitely contribute to the coaching staff and to the players. Would not have happened without them.
So this is the team last part of the season that we talked about at the beginning of the season. They look outstanding. What specifically kind of changed the season?
I think our consistency, that's a word that we've been using all year, where we got to get more to where we're playing complete games for 30-plus minutes. And I think we're doing that right now, and I think our confidence is growing. And you can see it with everything we're doing on both ends.
So who most on the coaching staff do they play like?
I think they're all unique and different. There hasn't really been anybody on the coaching staff that plays like Chris Jackson. She's just super athletic, impact player. Calissa Vision is definitely like mine. She definitely shoots way better than I did, though, when I played. I think a kid that can shoot it well. Coach Alyssa shot it really well when she was here. Coach Chow was more of a facilitator when she played, and Coach Moore is more complete, and I think Chelsea is very complete.
So, Coach, I've got to ask you, because we saw at the beginning of the season a team that loved to throw up three-point shots, and it seemed like they threw up three-point shots, and we sort of even asked you one time, when an attitude on the floor changes, was it the players that realized that, hey, we have to change up our game a little to be competitive, or was it a coaching staff that stepped in and said, hey, I love your enthusiasm, I love the fact you like to shoot, but?
I think we still hitting the three ball and we're still taking it. Big thing for me when we're shooting, I'm always say shoot it with confidence. Doesn't matter if you miss the first one, take the next one. I mean, you got to have a short-term memory to play this game, in my opinion. And I think they're just all very confident at the right time. But I also think I contribute a lot of our success late in the year when we went on that run was Journey Hayden. She's finally playing the way we've been needing her to play all year, and that just has taken us to another level. She is our secret weapon because everybody didn't get to see her to the second half of conference, and this kid is really playing out her mind, and we really push sharing the ball, and she's bought into sharing the ball, and when we're sharing the ball, it's popping and moving side to side. Nobody can stop us in the state, in my opinion. We are a dangerous team. I think we're very scary. Everybody should be worried about us, in my opinion.
So do you call Corey Nealon all the time and tell him this? Because in all our conversations we've had, he waited for the same player to finally wake up, and then Corey looked at me and said, now you need to watch out for Cypress because they are a complete team. And this is a team, when they get to the playoffs, are going to be a team that if you take lightly, they're going to be there.
Exactly.
Oh, I was going to leave you with that after everybody should be scared because they should.
Yeah.
So who's next?
Chris Stacer. Chris.
All right. So next we have the – is that good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, the defensive player of the year in the OEC. How does that feel?
It feels amazing. Just knowing that my coaches consistently push me in practice and my teammates made it even tougher. So,
is that something you strive for? Because you're supremely athletic, the most athletic person in conference. Is that what you really focus on?
Yeah. Before I became anything on offense, I was always taught defense. Defense wins games.
Well, and that's the thing that I respect about players is that everybody gets accolades for how well they play offense. Game in, somebody's got 32 points, and everybody goes and hugs that person. You made 5 blocks, 4 steals, and caused 4 turnovers. Nobody walks up to you and said, unless they really follow the game here. And I appreciate the fact that there's no ego on your part. You know, because defensive players can feel misled. As you look at your team itself coming into the playoffs, how do you assess the entire team?
I love my team. I think that we all work hard and everybody contributes to the game. I do think that we could come even harder. You know, it's still things that we need to work on as a team, but I think we're taking it one step at a time.
So what would you need to work on in your next match? You're going to play East LA. So what would that be to work on?
Just consistency on energy, not getting down on ourselves, and just picking each other up when we're at our lowest.
And we watched you play, and like you said, you almost averaged a double. I'm going to give you the double-double because 9.8 is 10 to me. So 10 points, 10 rebounds. What was the focus for you coming into this year, and how did it end for you?
The focus was just playing my role, letting the game come to me. I don't think I'm a selfish player. When I feel like something's not going right, as in like scoring, I don't focus too much on scoring. I just try to play my role and let my teammates handle the rest.
And what do we need to know, or what does the audience need to know elsewhere about you off the basketball court?
I work just as hard.
All right. So we want to let you go, Chris. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're going to get Jordan out here.
Thank you.
Well. That was Chris Jackson, the OEC Defensive Player of the Year for Cypress. And now we get Jordan. All right. Okay, so Marty, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay.
You turn it up a little bit?
Turn it up a little bit in your head, okay? How about there?
Yeah, that's perfect.
And there's Gavin Flores with 2 for Cerro Coso, 40 to 30 is your score in the second half. Just started 18:42 to play. This is Chargers Live at sportsnetusa.net. First thing I want to ask you is, what's the correct pronunciation of your first name?
Journey.
Okay, so we got that right. Okay. All right, I thought I've been messing up for 2 years now.
Yeah.
So, you see, she said, yeah. Second half of the conference season, you've averaged 18 points a ball game. You've had 20-plus points game and played 4 times in the last 8. What clicked for you?
You said what's different?
What clicked? Yeah, what was the difference?
I think just coming into the OCC game, I was just tired of just losing to them. I just wanted to win so bad, and I just really needed a good game like that to just keep my momentum going.
Okay, and your coach and the announcers up here feel that you were supremely talented offensively.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get that way? What's the mindset?
The mindset, I don't even know, just trying to just do the best for my team. I'm not sure.
Okay, and being offensively creative, you picked up your defense this year, and you're not a selfish player. What makes you that way along with your team?
Well, I'll say the differences from last year to this year. Like last year, we didn't have too many offensive threats. So coming into this year, coach was like, we're going to have people to help you. So I kind of had to – I think that's what also took me so long to get used to the way that coach wanted me to play this year. And, just trying to help the team win.
All right. And since we got you up here, what is it that you want everyone to know either about your game or off the court or just Cypress as a college? In your experience, I should say.
About Cypress, I'll say just here, they'll love on you. It's going to be hard. It's not going to always be easy. It's definitely family-oriented for sure, because coming from Bakersfield without my mom and, like, my family out here, they've definitely been here for me a lot when I needed somebody. When I needed a family, I would say.
All right, and as we sit here watching the second half, as James Christian III misses the layup, rebound goes to Morris for Cerro Coso. As you see the guys play, what do you notice about this game? What are they doing well? What do they need to work
I feel like they move the ball really well. They're pretty poised. They rebound really well, and they play really good as a team, and they're very aggressive as well.
And as a comp, is there anybody that says, they patterned my game after you?
What was that?
Is there somebody on the men's team that you say they patterned their game after me?
Nah.
So they don't have that much game, right?
Nah, they're good though. I feel like both sides is definitely way better than last year.
All right. So, Journey, we want to thank you very much for joining us. Good
Yeah.
luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
We will
Nice to
see
finally
you.
meet you guys.
Good to
Thank you.
finally meet you. And I'm just glad we weren't messing up your name.
Yeah.
Because we were going to get Miss Ing on the headsets because I've been jacking up her name all year.
Yeah.
So, thank you. Thank you very much. You take care of yourself.
See, now you got Brad Pickler behind you. Don't put that
Oh,
away.
I still got Brad. Okay.
You still got Brad.
Free throw 1 of 2 for James Christian III. 11 points lead for the Cypress College Chargers in the second half. You gonna get on here, Brad? All right, there you go. No, you don't know. You're a pro.
Oh, Molly.
There we go. As Trevino has it slipped out of his hand. Leggett chases it down with 3. And there's a double dribble by Leggett. So turnover with 16:56. And we got the head basketball coach, the coach of the year. We've got the coach of the last 10, 20, 30, however many years you
38.
want to say. 38 years, the coach of the year every year.
No.
Okay.
Well, Brad, you basically have a new softball team this year. When you look at it, and you lost Caitlin, and of course we can go back further years and talk about losing Emily, but this is a brand new group of young women. I watched them the other day. Again, a solid team that plays well and not bad in the circle right now.
No, Circle's good. Haley Tucker's taken the ball and done whatever we've asked her to, and Giselle's come in and done a nice job also. Young kids. I mean, really nice kids, too. Good kids.
And the thing that's really nice, Corey, is that Brad Pickler saw me give him the signal, gave me 3 squeeze plays in a row. So Brad and I know how to play the game.
I was watching that game, and it looked like you guys had eye contact. There was a wink there, and said we were going to lay it down 3 times.
Well, the funny thing is, Mark goes, he's going to squeeze on the second pitch, and that's what we did.
Brad,
I know how he likes to squeeze.
So what is it about softball that kept you around for 38 years and being the best coach in California?
It's just been fun. It's, the kids have been good. The atmosphere is good. And especially lately with Wes and Colin, those guys are the best, man. They just take care of us, and anything we ask for, they find a way to get it. And it's just, it hasn't been a job for 38 years.
See, that's the best answer we've seen or heard all day.
by the way, since I got Brad on the air, there were 2 coaches that wanted to say hi to you. They're both the state coaches of the year and were coaches of the championship team. That's Fullerton College. They passed on their love to you. Saw them yesterday over there. So, Brad, that brings me to the question, because they're having their whole field renovated. A lot of the fans here at Cypress College want to know, because we know you're going to change your field, when those changes might be coming.
Colin said I have to be careful what I say up here today.
Oh, okay, okay. Blame it on the old guy.
Yeah, no, we're having some stuff done, but I heard they're doing a whole field renovation.
They are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
We're not quite doing that. We're getting some bleachers and some backstop and maybe a press box. But I told them, I go, when we were doing this, probably the 2 worst fields, and even though I love our field because I like the way it looks, are probably Fullerton and Cypress. We're behind everybody, and so we got some money to do what we're doing, but it's taken us a long time. We haven't even started yet, and now I heard Fullerton's getting the whole thing. I'm going, oh boy, here we go again.
Got to catch up. Well, you know what? One more ring won't matter on that field. So there you go. You talk about a young team. You have a couple new coaches. Well, 1 new coach, or is it 2?
I have all 3 new coaches.
Yeah, they're all new.
Okay.
Yeah, I love our guys. Amanda Fama played here. She was an Olympian. She's awesome. And then Sammy and Morgan both played at Cal State Fullerton, and Sammy's mom played for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back in '94 and '95.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you had a rich program. How How do the players feel to getting a coach like Amanda that come in here, being an Olympian, and passing on her knowledge?
Yeah, well, we told them, I said, hey, you have 3 coaches, and not counting myself. I go, you have 3 women coaches that have all done it. They've been there. One's an Olympian, one's a champion, and one played at a D1 school. You know, so take advantage of that. Take advantage of that.
And speaking of women coaches, is it important to have women on your staff, either as a head coach or an assistant coach?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. I haven't always had a woman coach, but I probably the last 10 or 15 years, we've always had a woman on our staff, and I think it helps a little bit because, you know, there's certain things that they have to talk to them about that they can relate to them probably a little better than I can, you know. So
before I let you go, I've got to ask. We've got the baseball team out here tonight. I've seen the softball team out here before.
Right.
I've seen you go and watch many events, and they come and watch you. Brad, why has Cypress College got the camaraderie of coaches that you do? I mean, Corey will tell you that doesn't happen at every other college that we do. Why here?
100%, you're right. It doesn't happen at every other college. And I try to tell all the kids we recruit, when you come here, it's like a family. It's like a family, and everybody gets along in our kinesiology department. It's not like that.
So Jason Morris with the drive and the bucket got the harm. As you see the replay here, looked like Jack Rivera was trying to take the charge. He didn't get there. That's a block all the way, his 3rd personal. And Cerro Coso is going to cut the lead 43-39, cuts it to 4, has a chance to get to 3 points.
Before he goes to, you did win a state. Go ahead.
But that's a product of Wes and Colin, too. They make our group really close.
Very good, because that's one of the things I've always wanted to talk about that I don't think Cypress gets enough love for.
No, our coaching staff, it's fun to come to work. You know, it's just fun to, you know, Coach Drew and, you know, Coach B and Coach Hutt and all the coaches, for some reason we just get along. It's kind of, and I guarantee, I'm not going to say what schools, but it's not like that at a lot of places.
And we've been there.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
And besides all the state championships for softball, don't you have one in golf too?
No, we went to the. I've only done it for 2 years. We went to the state champion last year, but we did win. We came in second today in our first match.
See?
Yeah.
Winners win.
Yeah, our golfers stepped up today. They did a great job at Alondra. Played at Alondra.
We're gonna let you go.
Okay. Hey, thanks for having me up here. I don't hope tell Speedy and Crystal I love them. And
they know that.
But we're coming after them next week.
I did tell them how much you cared for them, Brad. I really did.
Okay. Hey, you guys are the best. Thanks for covering all these sports and do what you guys do.
Thank you.
Okay. Right on, guys.
Brad Pickler, one of the best coaches in any sport and one of the nicest men you'd ever want to meet here at Cypress College. Corey Nealon, an example of what great institution this is and what excellent educators, mentors, and coaches they have, men and women, here at Cypress College.
And Cerro Coso has cut the lead to 2. I got ahead of myself on that block. I thought it was a continuation, and they counted the bucket. They called it on the ground. Nevertheless, Cerro Coso has cut the lead of Cypress down to 43-41. Cypress struggling shooting. Danny Patton with the second chance. Delivery and 45-41. Big bucket for the Chargers. And Danny Patton going for his 5th point of the ball game with 13:56 to play in the second half.
So I'm gonna have you back up a little because I know people were watching the game, Corey, but you look at what's going on now. Cerro Coso with only 6 players have clawed their way back into this game, and the enthusiasm in Cypress now when they go to the line, I'm going to say it about them. Playoff games, you need to make those free throws. We got timeout on the floor. It's Cypress 45, the Coyotes 41. Here on Chargers Live and Sportsnet USA.net.
So Jason Morris has really brought back Cerro Coso in this first 7 minutes of the second half. He had 6 points at halftime. He's got 13 now. So he's really getting to the 15-foot spot, elbows extended. and doing what he does best is score the rock. Cypress got that lull, something that they can't have because you mess around and these 6 players are going to take it to them.
Well, yeah, and you talked about it. I mean, the Coyotes were 19-9 overall, but 13-3 in conference. You look at 21-9, so overall records themselves are pretty close. Cypress was 11-6 in conference. You could contribute to the 11-6 because of whom they played. But again, paper-wise, this is a dead even match between these two teams.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, 72 points a game each. 43% shooting for Cypress, 47 for Cerro Coso. 3-pointers, Cerro Coso 34%, Cypress 32%. Free throw shooting, banded Cypress 73-65. But like you said, on paper, this is one of those classic 7-10 matchups in tournament field. So reset the lineups. Leggett has the ball for Cerro Coso, as you see in black. Morris, Flowers, Trevino, and Gordon. Here's Trevino at the top of the key, guarded by Christian. Leggett guarded by Katoa, back screen by Flowers, pull up from 17. That's their game, misses. Rebound, last touch by Cerro Coso, Trent Gordon. So that's the 5 on the floor for the Coyotes. For Cypress with possession. Albertini will inbound. Katoa, Guerrero wearing number 5, Christian the third, number 3, 33 is Danny Patton. 4-point lead for the Chargers. Patton and Guerrero around the perimeter. Payton's been quiet. First 10 minutes he's had it. Patton throws it right to Trevino. Try to cross-court pass, no go.
That's where you say, hey, we're wearing the white uniforms.
Wright will check in on the next dead ball. 3 team fouls for the Chargers as they double team in the corner. Morris again leaves it down low for Leggett. Cypress 45, Cerro Coso 43. No flow.
No.
Defensive intensity is picked up for the Coyotes. They've stood in their 2-3 zone. And the offensive rhythm, everyone's standing around. The ball is not moving against it. There's 6, there's 5. Too much dribble, not going to get it off. They do. Back rim, no. Albertini has it poked away. Last touched by Gordon, who is standing on the end line.
So, Corey, what you're seeing, too, is besides being stagnated as they are offensively, the quick passes have gone away, too. I know everybody's just standing there, but the quick passes have gone away, and the zone defense by the Coyotes seems to be affecting Cypress and their movement.
Right, working on the left block. He spins, good, up and under. And English off the glass. 47-43. And that'll be an interesting matchup, one-on-one down low on both of them. Gordon does a lot of the same things Wright does on offense on the block. Ball on the ground, scrum. Christian the third comes away with it. And here's Katoa. Need a good shot. Brings it back. That's a good shot. Missed. Guerrero kicks out. Take it again. He doesn't. He drives this time from 15. Left it short, but on the arm. Foul on Trevino.
And you watch on these last 2 plays, the difference has been to when a shot is taken, the position the rebounder is getting in this game, which has been pretty good so far.
Cypress shooting 42% from the field. Cerro Coso shooting 46%. So they're being efficient, both teams. Cypress is 5 of 18 from 3. Coyotes 3 of 6. Christian makes the first. They are now 9 of 11 from the charity stripe, while the Coyotes are 12 of 14. And it's interesting, Cypress is going to have to value their possessions more because they only have 6 turnovers.
Yeah, I was just looking at that on there, and Saracosa's only got 10. Feels like more.
It does, and both teams need to value possessions and take good shots. A lot of rebounds for both squads. Christian III makes one, misses one, and it's a 5-point advantage. Danny Patton's third personal foul. As we sit in the second half of play, 48-43 with 11. Cross-court pass. Hager has it taken away. Christian III, one-on-one, puts it up. Charge, block. They call block, count the bucket. Charger block, they get the block. It looked like Morris was there, but they say no. He was out of the restricted zone, and that's the way to finish. You finish the bucket. You're going to get contact. Like Coach B said, be confident in their shot selection, and that's what James Christian III was on Chargers Live.
You know, I found Coach B's conversation very interesting with us because I brought up the fact, which I still do believe at the beginning of the season, that there were a lot of three-point shots just hoisted up by the women. Coach B tried to defer or deflect the statement because she didn't necessarily believe my statement. But Corey, it became a different team. All of a sudden they realized, I won't take, somebody's going to give me that 12-footer. They took the 12-footer. That was the better shot. And that's one, at least for me, one of the big turnarounds was how the offense changed on the floor for the Cypress women.
Yeah, they didn't rely on the threes as much. Even when they were taking it, they still took a lot of threes. But again, like you said, they were more confident looking threes, and they're still in the rhythm of the offense, and that's really what they weren't doing in the first part of the season, like you mentioned. Those threes, you mentioned the right word, hoisted. A hoisted three is much different than a shot
shooting a three.
So, yeah. But again, this is the team that we thought it was going to be at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
They are outstanding. And we really were hoping to get Kalisa on the air because I want to know how bad I'm pronouncing her first name. As James Christian III's got an opportunity to complete the three-point play. And only old folks will get this, the Houseman way.
Since I'm the only old folk up here, I got it.
Ed Ford would get it. So Christian III, 27 points his last outing on Saturday against Santa Ana. And he earns the three-point play, lead back up to 8, 51-43.
Let's see if that stability now helps Cypress.
Morris working against Guerrero. Guerrero is quicker than you would think on the defense. Slides them puppies well. A little slip, Flowers in the lane, another turnover. That's turnover number 12. Christian III sets the offense with 22 to shoot. 51-43, 10-28. Left to go in the first round matchup of the 3C2A playoffs. Pull up, Katoa, no, front rimmed it. Morris. The winner of this game will travel to Moore Park. Underneath, good bucket, strong as Trent Gordon. And you can see the advantage he has because he can go left or right underneath. On the right block, he gets into the lane and doesn't have to bring it back to his right hand. 51-45. Katoa's been off. Hasn't scored yet. Guerrero spins one more time. No good. Rebound Patton, tapped away, and there's Higgy. Right place, right time. Patton underneath. Bucket, too strong.
when you get that first back up, and Corey knows this, Corey, you get that first back up, you give a lot of force. Official doesn't blow the whistle. You do it again. You force the official to say that's a charge because he didn't call it on the first one. Then the defender tries to stay their ground or hold you down, then the foul's going to go against you.
It's like me posting you up, big body, little body. And Patton, another three-point opportunity.
I still limp.
54-45. It was a 2-point game. 3 minutes ago, Cypress increased it, and their lead to 9. Double team, Gordon comes out of it. In the corner, all alone, Trevino. Short, rushed it just a bit. And that pass went to Anthony Edwards. And bad for Cerro Coso. He's one of the injured parties on their team. Again, you've got a squad of 11, 13 players, and you're down to 6. That's tough for Coach Dugan.
Yeah, it is.
First in team defense in the Inland Empire Conference this season. Chris Dugan is looking for his 125th career win tonight. Albertini. Sound effects. Oscars are Sunday. He gets one there.
And as much as Cerro Costa was not getting any fouls, committing any fouls in the first half, that is flipped here in the second half.
It has a lot to do with what we mentioned, what you mentioned before the game, is getting the ball into the key and forcing the issue. Cypress played so efficient in the first half, they didn't need to force things down low. Here, with only 6 players, try to get somebody into foul trouble. Albertini converts on both. Lead is back up to 11, Mr. Pavlovich. Albertini has 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Leading scorer for Cerro Coso is Morris with 13, misses the floater, along with Trent Gordon. Michael Wright has 14, Christian 12, Danny Patton has 10, 3 players in double figures for the Chargers. 8:20 to play. Second half of the contest. Short. Rebound. Patton out of bounds as he pirouettes.
We'll say, so I need to ask you on this because they come down this time and it looks like they're already with 8 minutes to go working the clock. A little too early in this game to do something like that?
They're just playing a really structured, there should be a block, and it is on Albertini. Now that's their offense, actually. And they're going a little bit more delayed. So instead of shooting with 7, they're going to go down to 3. As long as they keep doing what they're doing and keep getting good shots, you don't mind it. It's when they get down and start hoisting threes is when they're going to have a problem.
Don't forget the women's game is at 7 o'clock Saturday night here. It's at 6?
6 unless it's changed.
Okay, I'll have to check. I thought it was at 7. Maybe I misread that when I was looking.
We'll be here at 2:45.
Might be here at 12 noon. Hello, Ed.
As Leggett, second team All-IEAC. Connects on the first. Redshirt sophomore. El Paso, Texas, Bel Air High School. And again, you got players from Miami, Hayward, Newark, Aurora, Illinois, Pompano Beach, El Paso, Orlando. Both free throws are converted. 2-1-2 full court press. And this is the idea. I think Coach Dugan was thinking like you were. Cypress is taking the air out of the ball. Let's speed them up just a little bit with 7:30 to play. Double team underneath. Wild shot. Hoping for a foul, didn't get it. Gordon pushed out. He drives too easy. A lot of contact, no whistle. A lot of contact, no whistle.
Yeah, I didn't mind no whistle on that one.
A lot of contact, no whistle. 7 minutes of play.
Offense created part of the contact, defense on the other.
9-point lead, Cypress. No good. There was a push by Gordon in the back, turnover. And that's turnover number 15 for the Coyotes.
Down to 7 minutes.
I didn't notice, Coach Al-Hadif, one of the better dressed coaches on the sideline as well.
Yeah, one of us could take some fashion advice from him.
All it is a blazer. Here's Guerrero. He doesn't convert, but another opportunity. Albertini likes the physicality. Albertini's a hockey player out there, Mark. He looks and craves the contact. And he'll head to the line for two. Make it 1-1. Make one to get one.
Wait a minute, is that what a hockey player is supposed to look like? Ryan Osborne's been faking me out for a while, right?
Well, as I have learned the last couple of weeks, hockey players come in all shapes and sizes. Skates one in, 57-47. Albertini out of Villa Park. Sophomore bounce back. Makes both. 11-point lead at 58-47. 6:33 to play. Leggett. Gordon has Katoa down low, but Morris takes it on the baseline, slithers through two, and makes the bucket. It's 58-49.
And I think that's what the Coyotes is going to have to do, press on the offensive side and really make Cypress feel the pressure defensively so that they have to look for the basket.
Strength, grown man. Weight room two, 60-49, 11-point lead with under 6 to play in the game. This is Chargers Live at SportsNetUSA.net. Don't forget before you get into it, Mark, Friday on SportsNetUSA.net, you'll be at Grace University softball 11-1 on Friday. East LA College basketball, the men host in the second round. We'll get to the scoreboard after the next dead ball. And also women's basketball here at Cypress, 6 p.m. versus East LA. Then next week at Cypress, we got Cypress softball versus Fullerton at 2.
For everybody looking at Saracosa and the way they're playing, well, they're actually the more prolific offensive side of the ball right now. They're shooting almost 46% from the field. There's that thing where if I can shoot twice as many shots as you, I'll probably beat you, because Cypress is only playing 40, but they've taken 14 more shots in this game. 3 points, 3 of 7 for the Coyotes. Cypress, 5 of 19, Corey. That's pretty wild. 14 of 16 from the charity stripe, 87%. And Cypress is just as well at the free throw line, 83.5. Both teams know where the money is being made tonight. That's at the charity stripe.
You say 87%? So that's
87%, yes.
22 percentage points higher than their regular season output.
And 83.
And 10% higher for Fullerton. Again, both teams playing well. 19 fouls for the Coyotes. Double team underneath. Out of control was Gordon. Wanted the call. No, doesn't get it. 5 team fouls for the Coyotes. Cypress got that pep in their step one more time. Katoa, Christian III, Wright, Albertini at the free throw line, and Guerrero. Cypress with the ball. like the unis with the white and blue trims with 7. Fakes the handoff. Albertini, top of the key. Do or die. And he do. 62-49. Biggest lead was 14 in the first half. They're sitting at 13 now. Short was Trevino. Battle underneath. Scrum now. Kickball. How do you combine soccer, basketball, and rugby all in one? Welcome to Don Johnson Court.
I was going to say, you know, we could change this into a new sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. There's now dance soccer, where you got to play soccer while you're dancing.
Yeah, what is it, soccer B? So on the scrum, Cerro Coso retains possession. With 20, and I think they got the wrong person with the kick. Or did they call a jump ball? I must have missed something. Anyway,
I thought they were calling a kicked ball.
yeah, and I thought Cerro Coso kicked it, but there's a 3 missed by Trevino. Higgy, bad pass. Good receive, James Christian III. So I got you back. I got you, partner. 15 points is the biggest lead of the ball game. Cypress 64-49.
Bad pass. It got there. They scored.
That was a bad pass. It really was. Forearm shiver for the 16 foul. There was no way that should have been completed. Gordon underneath, powers through, misses with the left, gets his own rebound. Grown man goes to the line, try to complete a 3-point play. And Albertini his 3rd. Timeout on the floor with 4:22 to play. Cypress 64, Cerro Coso 51. This is Chargers Live in SportsNetUSA.net. 4 players in double figures for Cypress. Christian, Wright, Albertini, and Patton. Guerrero's got 9. Gordon and Moore is doing the heavy lifting for Cerro Coso. So we said we were going to talk about scores, right?
Yeah, we were. See what everybody's doing here.
The OEC representing Santa Ana beat Allen Hancock. They move on. Southwestern over Santa Monica, 81-54. Saddleback going home. Cerritos beat them 77-58. Pasadena moves past Cuesta. Chafee, with 49 seconds left, they're going to dispatch Irvine Valley. So 2 of the 6 teams gone from the OEC. San Bernardino Valley with 9 minutes to play all over Palomar by 21. Compton, 1:58 to play, down 1 to Miracosta, 68-67. Fresno City's beating Butte by 5, 53 seconds remaining. Alameda and Redwoods at halftime. Let's see, no other finals as we sit here on the men's side. We'll check the women's scoreboard at the next dead ball. So Gordon now has 17 points, 31 points, 17 rebounds were his season highs. And he also scored in double figures, 24 of 28, now 25 of 29 ball games this season. There's a steal. Gordon spins, leaves it for Trevino. He's fouled by Wright from behind. 18th foul, shooting 2.
So this is where you are a Coyote team. You're down by 12 right now. You've got to pick up the pace. You've got 4:14 to go. You got to play staggering defense, maybe take a few risks along the way. Got to hit a free throw if you're going to get any closer. I think somebody opened the door.
You know, that's legs. Mark, Trevino's been playing hard. 6 players on the team right now. A little more bend there. He cuts it to 11. And cuts it to 9. You pass the ball against the zone, you cannot dribble out of it. And you have to make good passes against the zone. Another bucket. And here's Coso. There's a foul underneath. And up top, everybody's going. Albertini holding his left knee. Katoa up slowly. 3:47 to play. And Cypress with a 9-point lead, and Albertini still down near midcourt.
And Coach Alhada discussing with the referee there should have been a foul earlier.
So Patton will check in for Albertini. Katoa is going to go to the line to shoot 2. So Higgy, if my stat keeping is correct, this is going to be his first point. It's probably his third, but that's okay. Unofficially, that's number 1, 65-55. This is the second. Lead stays at 10. Morris in the lane one more time. He gets there easy, but misses on the reverse. In the backcourt, Katoa. Out of the double team. Christian the third, no good, but he's fouled up top by Trent Gordon. And he'll go to the line for 2 shots. So as we said, East LA on the women's side beat Victor Valley. That's who Cypress women will play on Saturday. Grossmont beat LA Trade Tech. Speaking of Grossmont, we interviewed before the season, Ryan Osborne interviewed Charlie Dagnino for Grossmont. So Ryan was a good luck charm for their season. Plus, they're pretty good. First free throw missed. Fullerton destroyed Citrus, 80-47.
Wow.
And Desmond has his team in the second round. We're going to keep it in SoCal. Long Beach in the fourth quarter over West LA, 41-37. Second free throw is good for James. Irvine Valley and Antelope Valley tied in the fourth at 57 with 1:50 to play. There's a foul on the drive.
And just so you know, my adding is better than yours. Higgy's got 5 points in the game.
Okay. I missed a couple.
You were preoccupied.
You know, we were preoccupied, but it was a good preoccupation. Misses. And I thought it should have been 2 shots. Nonetheless, they get the rebound, but it should have been 2 shots. They were in the double bonus.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I was looking at the wrong one.
You were?
Yes, that was only 9th, 1 and 1. See, why we question the officials like that, Mark?
Because we're those sort of people.
Okay.
You know, to sound like made us both the same on that one.
He's in for Trevino. 3:17 to play. Both free throws missed. That's huge. And could it be a team being tired with only 6 players, Mark. Patton, get out of there. Don't want to be double teamed. Cross-court pass. Christian the third with 15. James, dangerous pass up top. Katoa with 5 points. Wright, money 3. 69-55, 14 points. And Cypress looking to get to the second round of the 3C2A playoffs from Chargers Live and SportsNetUSA.net. Kind of wish Moore Park was traveling down here.
Corey, I tell you what, it's so loud in here, sometimes it's hard to hear. The entire team came off the bench and came to the half-court line. The officials, what I like about them is just they politely said to the team, you need to stay at the bench. I thought the officials have done an outstanding job in this game tonight. Any more surprises going on as we go around the 3C2A?
Let's see. No, well, actually, Irvine Valley beats Antelope Valley 59-57 in the first round. That's on the women's side. Santa Ana loses to LA Valley 46-42. Santa Ana was on a roll. LA Valley squeaks in and they get the victory. Wow. That's a surprise to me. I thought Santa Ana was rolling. I thought they'd take that. San Diego Mesa beats Cuesta. That's not a surprise. Let's see. No real surprises. Santa Barbara beating Imperial Valley, who we saw at the Colleen Riley tournament. Both of those teams.
Yeah. What was the score in the Santa Barbara game?
52-47, 2:26 to play in the game.
Oh, okay.
So not over yet. The biggest surprise in score would be Fullerton, scoring 80 points. And East LA upsets Victor Valley. But you know the talent East LA has? I don't call that an upset.
And I guess Dan's team started hitting shots again.
Yeah, must have, because that's impressive. Second chance. Trent Gordon. 69-57 on the inbound. 2-2-1 pressure. And as well as Higgy's been playing, he's got to get that ball a little bit sooner out of his possession. Coach Al Hadif on the sideline. See, we're going to call him animated, not demonstrative. We're going to call him animated on the sideline.
Missed the free throw. He is. Well, you know what? All great coaches are very verbose. They're articulate. And they're as loud as me.
No, that's not true. They don't have to be loud. 70-57.
Tell Perry Webster that.
Foul reach in by Wright. Jemai Hager heads to the line. 5'11" out of Somerset Academy. A lot more playing time than expected with all the injuries, averages 6 points a game, and Michael Wright fouls out with 2:13 to play.
You know, Fullerton played Cypress with the chance to go continue in states. We might be doing a podcast.
First free throw is up and good by Hager. Looking on the men's side, no upsets there. Second free throw also good. So a foul in the corner when they don't need to foul with 2:09 to play and force the turnover. Again, Katoa and Christian getting stuck in that corner, Mark, too dangerous when you're trying to keep a lead.
Yeah, and you know, the players on the bench for the Coyotes were saying it looks like he had a foxtrot going on. The official didn't agree with him.
Because it was a rumba. Connects on the first. Doesn't matter, they didn't call it. Their lead is 12. Peyton in the backcourt. Higgy wearing number 1. James at the line. 33 is Danny. Vincent back in. Good to see he's in after the shaking up earlier. 12-point lead. 2 minutes. Kick out. Leggett takes the 3 straight away. Got himself a rhythm dribble. 71 to 62. Albertini. Be careful on the reach and not so sure about that one. I like that one. Should be going the other way. 1:45 remains. Albertini's hit double figures. On the season, leads the team in field goal percentage of 52%. Almost doubled his average tonight, 7.6. He's got 14 tonight.
Cypress 16 of 19 now, 17 of 20, Corey, from the free throw line.
You'll take it, and Leggett is 2 for 2 from 3. Oh, excuse me, that was Haggard, not Leggett? Haggard with 3. 72-65, quietly with 1:20 to play. It's a 7-point lead and gets bailed out with the foul. Again, Cypress holding the ball. You can't let this get closer because that will come back and bite you.
Yeah, right now Cypress is, free throws. Cypress is 20 of 28. That was, they just updated all my stuff on.
And that's the 5th personal foul for Trent Gordon. So he fouls out with 18 points. 18 points, 7 rebounds.
And 2 assists.
So James Christian third, 5 of 10 from the field. 5 of 8, 6 for 9 from the line. Ties Michael Wright with 17 points, looking to take game high for Cypress. .119 left. He's got 18. 45 points in the last 2 games. Leggett, my goodness. Cuts the lead to 6. Guerrero with the left, nice bounce to the rim. Leggett, another 3. One-man wrecking crew is Leggett. Albertini in the front court. You didn't need the foul. You got it with 50.9, 76-71. Albertini with 14 goes back to the line. So John Leggett's now got 21 points. He's hit 3 threes in the last 3 minutes. 5 of 6 from 3.
It's been impressive. Both teams are surpassing their season average.
And again, 15 for Albertini. Gordon fouled out. They've only got 5 players left. Leggett's got 4 fouls. Morris has 4 fouls. Trevino has 3. Flowers has 4. Leggett one more time short. And that foul goes on Morris, I believe. I just said he had 4 fouls, right?
That's what I thought you said.
That's number 5. That's his 5th personal.
I think they're going to let him play.
No, they're not. They can't. So they can finish with 4.
They can, yes.
And
At first, the referee was going to wave it off because I saw the coach look at him and go, that's 5, and told him that he only had so many players.
79-71 with 42. Here's Trevino. You don't want to foul. Trevino all the way, scoop and score. 79 kicked the ball down. As foul by Flowers. He's got 5. So that's Flowers' 5th personal.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Cypress now 26 of 34 for 76%. They only shot 30% from three-point country, Corey. 6 of 20 when you look at it. The Coyotes 7 of 13, 54% from three-point country.
And now they were down to 3. Leggett, Hager, and Trevino. 81 to 73. 31.8 to play. So Cypress, if they win, they go to Moore Park for the second round on Saturday. So with 3, you don't need to foul. There's a 3, miss, and here's Guerrero. And they're not going to foul. Good win for Cypress. Good effort by Cerro Coso. And I'm going to say an excellent first-round playoff game in the 3C2A.
Yeah, and it was a great game by Coach Alhada. Give it to Saracosa, Corey. Tough circumstances to even compete. So that's going to bring us to the end of the game as your Chargers come away with an 82-73 victory here on Chargers Live and SportsNetUSA.net.